So we open with the girls in the big house having catered breakfast while the girls in the cottage are struggling to figure out how to operate their own golf cart. You see, that place is for the help. The HELP help. And when you think about it, Rob and Gabrissi should be in there because they're the ones with no job skills. Well, they're the ones with no jobs, no real businesses. I mean, Rob is selling those little baseball caps for lesbians in training, but I don't know if I'd call that a business. Anybody got a Rob cap? I wouldn't call what she sells a hat. That's too feminine. I would call it a cap. A cap. No cap. It's a cap. So Karen has made a mistake with Two-Face Mia. We've got a second Gabrice and Gabrissi. We've got Mistress and Mia. Because this heifer said, oh, Karen was hurt. And she told me last night that she was sad that you called her a troll. And Giselle gonna say, good, I'm glad she's upset. Well, you know what, Giselle? I'm glad your husband had 4 children on you and that you're single. Single as a dollar bill. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't pick up a dollar bill off the street. Most men won't pick you up off the street. So I guess you really do have something in common. Giselle gonna say, screw Karen. Well, no man will screw you. Maybe you can get some play from Rob Dixon. But I don't know, as lazy as she is, she'd probably give you 2 licks and quit. I guess that's the lesbian definition of a 2-pump chump. And honestly, Giselle is just mad at Wendy because Wendy's mommy makeover took. Gabrice, I've seen you in real life. If you had a mommy makeover, you wasted Jamal's money. Because you don't have any. You wasted Jamal's money. So when Karen and the other ladies joined them for breakfast, Rob and Gabrissi head upstairs with their food. Nobody wants to look at your neck and eat anyway. Please, you are the most unappetizing sight I'd ever seen. Looking like a live Cabbage Patch doll. Girl boom. Karen tells Candace, I was very upset about the comments Gabrice made about your marriage. And Candace said, well, you know, the heifer can't act right 24/7. And Mia said, yeah, if she ain't pointing the finger at somebody, she's so worried that someone's going to ask about her man. Or, well, her lack of man. Honey, I'm single. It ain't that big of a deal to me. But then again, I don't have tacky-ass furniture and I don't live in an unfinished barn. Gabrice is telling Rob, okay, I wanted to have this conversation with you in private, and I'm going to give you some tough love because you making money, so that should be getting you out the bed every day. I don't know how much you make, and I want to look at that bank account too. And then I want to look at the tax bill and see how the two match up. Rob said she's afraid of getting to a high point and then falling even harder. So basically you're afraid you're going to mess up the money again because you done it 3-4 times in your life and you know, okay, if I do this again, Juan is really out the door. Maybe you need to give up your financial control to Juan. I mean, I don't know if he's that much smarter, but at least he didn't blow all his money like you did and then mess up the taxes like you did. We haven't heard about him in debt news, but we always hearing about you and your liens. So I can understand your fear. Rob Dixon said Macy's and TJ Maxx want to do a deal with her. Here's why she said no. 1, they were probably taking more money than she wanted to give. 2, they would have to put in a large order and whatever wasn't sold would come out of her percentage of the profit. I think she's smart doing it, you know, small batch orders, where once you pay the money, then you get the hat. I think it's best she does it this McDonald's way rather than doing a large order, maybe having to take out a loan or whatnot so that you can supply the store with your hats and then waiting for the money on the back end. Because you ain't that popular, girl. You ain't a fan favorite. Gabrice, you are the sorriest liar I've ever met. Well, no, Erica Jane is the sorriest liar. But you're right up there. You gonna say you've incorporated swimming into your workout? 1, it's been COVID, so nobody's really been able to swim unless they had a private pool. You don't have a pool in your barn, so where have you been swimming? Now, you're swimming here because you have access to what? A private pool. She wants to say she knows how to make her body better by her swimming. Girl, I bet you can't do a breast or a backstroke. You don't even look like you could tread water. Wendy, we did not need to see that much of your crotch. We know you got your body done, you've been dieting, you've been working on your fitness, but it just looked painful. It looked like them ill-fitting bathing suits that Angela Simmons be wearing. I will go out on a limb, even though I'm a gay man. I can enjoy a well-fitting swimsuit, but I don't want it to look like your pussy hurts. I don't want to see pussies in pain. And that shit looked painful. If it looks painful, I ain't here for it. While the ladies are in the water, Ashley pulls out. Ashley said them placenta pills was all she needed. Now, I've always wanted to try placenta sauteed. Oh, there's an article on Cosmo. I cooked my wife's placenta. Here's how it tasted. It was like beef, only very delicate. So like a calf, maybe like a veal, I guess. Karen, Gabrice and Gabrissy don't owe nothing to your kids. You are milking this "oh, she wanted my husband dead" plot line. And honey, you want him dead. You've been wanting him dead since that's tax debt. Let's be real. Let's be honest. I want my husband dead right now. I ain't even met him yet. But I know he gonna tick me off. Now Ashley gonna say Wendy's bathing suit is flattering because you could see her whole vagina. That's why you were just like licking your chops. However, now Gabrice and Gabrissy is upstairs with Ashley talking about the changes in Wendy rather than her lonely nights, alone in her barn, with her daughters that can't wait to abandon her. That's what I'd be talking about because that's what's real and what's pertinent to me. Wendy ain't pertinent to you. Wendy lives an hour away with her own husband and children, and her husband ain't running out on her. Oh, Ashley, you know you ain't staying overnight, so you gonna be messy as you can be. Karen said Wendy cried in her arms last night. And Gabrice said, oh, well, that's her own mess. No, it's not. I mean, actually it is, because the fact that she would let someone as ignorant and uneducated and unjobbed as you affect her day, yeah, it must be something going on with her. Because I'm telling you, you could call me everything but a child of God, and I don't have one shit to give you. Maybe those rumors about Eddie online might be driving her to show the people she's a hot mama. Well, you sure ain't. So now we get to lunch, and Ashley gets her plunger out to stir the turd, and she said, well, it seemed like Giselle was attacking everyone from what I heard. And Gabrissy asked Wendy, are we good? And Wendy said, I meant to talk to your trifling ass, but we gonna get there. Wendy says, you know, when Karen talked to me, I did cry, but Karen poured into me. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Gabrice and Gabrissy can't stand it because she ain't never been a good friend to nobody. Mia, you really prove there's no new prude like an old whore. Whenever I see a woman showing skin, I like to check in. I just think, well, the heifer's warm. Or she likes the way she looks in that outfit. Me, I got on short shorts right now. You know why? Because I get hot. Maybe she just wants to let her pussy breathe. Maybe she don't want to be sweating. Maybe she don't want to wear this Kenyan eye blouse you got on. Maybe it's that. And now you want to act like you a businesswoman. Girl, you used to drop that evening dress so fast and shake it in your panties. Heifer, please. I worked in a high-end restaurant and was an entertainer. I have friends who are entertainers. I know what entertaining is all about. It's about your pussy lips, showing your cervix for a quarter. You was probably getting $2,500. At least you knew what to charge for it. But still, don't act like you above it, because you ain't. And ain't nothing wrong with sex work. Don't get me wrong. But I don't like it when old sex workers shame anybody. I'm sorry, but everybody changes on reality shows. I don't know why everybody is so surprised that Wendy is a little more open, a little more fun, a little more different. After seeing herself on TV for a year, everybody changes. Now, Gabrice, you're still as broke and hopeless as you ever were. Robin, you're still as lazy and uneducated as you ever were. But we've watched Karen glow up. Ashley done had kids. You're a whole mom now. You've changed. Bethany changed. The white heifers have changed on the Housewives shows. Nene changed. Now Candy came on to just, advertise. So Candy is still the same, but Candy knew who she was and knew what this was about before she got on. So that's different. She was already a developed entertainment personality. We watch Cynthia grow and change and leave Penelope Thomas Bailey. We watch Phaedra become a desperate thief. Deshaun Snow just stayed boring. We watched Kim's racism pop out. So we have seen people change season to season. So this shock is just, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Now, Gabrissi wants to say you talk like you're on CNN. Well, Gabrissi, you talk like you're Beyonce. Take from that what you will. But you grill her like she's on CNN with all of your needling questions and your follow ups. So if you're going to give her an interview, then she's going to respond in kind because that's what she does. You just don't know what it is to have a true natural job skill. You don't know what it is to be an excellent orator. You just don't. Mia, I'm really going to need you to stop shaming Wendy for her outfit. I didn't think she had a whole thong hanging out of her outfit because that's a lie. She had on a bodysuit and jeans and low-cut jeans so that you could see a little bit of thigh. That was not a thong hanging out of a bodysuit. Lord. Oh, I love they flashback to when Mia said she was a stripper. Because now she wants to say, I'm an entertainer. You always want to flip the script when it's convenient for you. You would throw a rock, hide your hand, ass heifer. You're a liar. And that's why you take up for Gabrice and Gabrissi. Because you know your man about to be living in the phone too. And so will your kids. Candace said you were a lady of the night. Period. I can't believe I agree with Candace. Candace said, look, if we gonna judge fashions, let's get on Gabrice and Gabrissi. Put her under the jail for life. She needs a basement cell. Ooh, and she does. Oh, Ashley, you still the same heifer. You still the same heifer. You said, let me bring Wendy the rumor. Let me bring it to her. It would be best coming from me since you already pissed her off. But don't worry, Ashley about to throw you under the bus. Up under the bus. The double Dutch bus. Oh, Jazz in the chat said, Candace, you think you provided ambiance when you got half the girls in the staff quarters? No, sis. And I have to agree. Child, we waiting for the whiskey. They forgot to let Alaska in. Because they shouldn't have. They like, we ain't about to split this check 8 ways. Ashley Darby, I'm going to need you to teach Erica Jane how to lie and rationalize because the fact that you said, oh, well, I appreciated when the heifers pulled me to the side and told me that my coot was cheating. I appreciated the heads up and coming to me as a woman, as a woman. So I feel it's best to do that with Wendy, and maybe this can bring us closer together since we share the commonality of people coming for our marriage. But your man was cheating. He ain't. For you, the evidence was undeniable. Ashley said, so I heard your man was cheating. Is that why you getting that leg up and showing your chestus? Wendy said, we're not going to talk about a lie. Wendy said, and I thank you so much for trying to find this opportunity to attack my marriage. Ashley just trying to keep the heat off her butt-grabbing coot. Don't grab my pussy. Oh my goodness, Wendy said, oh no, y'all were kikiing about this because that's Giselle's personality. In her heart, she's evil. Okay, now I see why her and Karen is in cahoots. Wendy said, I read bad crap about all y'all, but I don't say nothing. So Wendy said, it speaks volumes of your character that you brought this up. And Wendy heads back on in. The whiskey guy leaves and she said, all right, let's have a conversation. And Rob is just throwing back whiskey like your granduncle at a Thanksgiving. As Wendy is going off, she's looking dead at Gabrice and Gabrissi and said, you could have come to me as a woman if you were so concerned. Off camera, quiet as it's kept. But instead, you had a conversation with Ashley so that she could bring it to me and other ladies in the group. I'm putting your ass on notice. Let her know. Karen is just loving this. Rob tries to interject and Wendy shuts that shit down so fast she said, don't worry, the messengers will tell you. Girl, you want a moment so bad, go eat a cracker. Wow, even Mia got it right. Look, Ashley, if Giselle brought it up to you, then she should have brought it up to Wendy. Ooh, Wendy. She doesn't understand the parameters of having a husband because she doesn't have a relationship that can hold water. Child, hold on. Okay, Professor Wendy. Class is in session. Let me get my notes out and get that down because, girl, you impressed me. And yes, I'm writing with a Hershey's bar. I see you for everything everybody said that you were. The life you're living now is God paying you back for all the bullshit that you've done. Child, Karen held her arms out and prayed. Oh my God. Now this is reality TV. Girl, they did not just end that with a dynasty sting. Giselle lacks empathy. Giselle lacks a man. Giselle lacks, I don't know what she said, whose middle name. I don't know how to put the closed caption on, but I'm sure it was good. Oh, Wendy said, we ain't talking about blogs no more, baby girl. Imagine being with a man that sleeps around on you all the time, that cheats on you all the time, that has babies on you all the time. Honey, have you been watching my show? Wendy, you're a good student. Oh, do you know how low of a self-esteem you have to have? Ashley got out of here. She said, I'll see y'all. Before she gets to reading my coot, I'm going to get on. Oh, God, now Candace has to go after Ashley. Why are you bringing that into the group? No, save that energy for Gabrice and Gabrici. That was the technical definition of you need a moment. Take your milk and get the fuck out. Girl, you already knew she was leaving. You can't kick somebody out when they already got their bags ready and left and dropped that bomb. And again, save that energy for Gabrice and Gabrici. But you just wanted to throw Ashley out. Because you're a petulant child and now you can't take out any of your anger on Monique. Now, we ain't gonna say Eddie looked like Idris Elba, but Eddie is Gabrici's type. I will say that, but he don't look like nobody's Idris Elba. He's not an ugly man. Oop, my shells is done. Oh, wait, no, that just means the oven's preheated. He ain't an ugly man. He ain't an ugly man, but he ain't nobody's Idris. Well, that was the shit. Looks like next week's going to be a filler episode with Karen getting this proclamation. Well, I'll see you soon for the shit.